What's up, guys? Welcome to 41 Fit. This is your health and fitness lifestyle. Your coach Alex. So, guys, welcome. Welcome to this first kind of YouTube series that I'm gonna be doing. This has actually been overdue. You know, I've been putting it off in a way. I've been slacking and trying to, in my sense, to rationalize it. It's my sense of trying to perfect it, right? Finding that perfect time to get this filmed. And it's just been prolonged. So gotta cut that shit out and just film it, right? So that's what I'm doing now. I'm here at the gym where I do train here in Santa Monica, RGM Fitness, and I want to go ahead and do this video. So this is the first video because I want to start doing more is communicate basically to the people, my followers, to whoever wants to listen, to whoever needs this type of help, and how you can apply these basic things to create a better health for yourself, right? If you have a goal of losing weight, if you have a goal of gaining weight, of gaining muscle, you want to get in shape, you want to feel better, you want to have more energy, there are just simple things that you can easily do, and it's just changing up the way you eat and a little bit of your lifestyle, right? You know, getting some sort of exercise. And that's obviously only if you want it. Now, if you don't want it, if you don't care about this shit, then it's not for you. I get it. It's not for everybody. But if you I get a lot of messages on my Instagram now, and a lot of people who contact me and ask me questions, but majority of the time, they're misled. Like, they'll tell me what they think of what they've been doing, and most of the time, 90% of the time, they're just doing it wrong. And they're doing it to a point where they're not getting the results that they want, and then two, they're putting themselves in a very their lifestyle, right? They're under eating, they're starving themselves, they're going through these harsh diets, and for what? So just that they could do it for a couple weeks, be very depressed by it and see no results from it, and for nothing, right? And guys, it's so much simpler. One of the what it's done for me and what it's done for my clients, it's amazing, just because they understand. It's not about starving yourself. It's not about going to diet. It's about creating a lifestyle that correlates with your nutrition, with your food, and something that fits but also makes sense. Right? You're not gonna be eating pizza at McDonald's all the fucking time. That doesn't make any sense. Your body's not meant for that, and then expect a nice body. So again, keeping in that common sense, but at the same time, understanding that you don't have to starve yourself. Trust me, you guys can enjoy yourselves. What I like to do is the way I train my clients is to finding out their macronutrients, counting calories, and getting strength training and some sort of strength training in their lifestyle and in their routine. Now, of course, weight. I know I do weightlifting, I do bodybuilding, and it's my personal reasons, my personal goals. It is something that I use pretty majority on my clients, but it's not the only thing. There's so many different types of exercise that you can do. It's just about finding what you like. So, and that's the whole kind of point of this YouTube thing that I'm going to be doing, and I'm going to be doing it more often because I want to be able to communicate, because I feel like I can't text everything or how I really feel, or even just examples of what I really want you to understand. And sometimes, people that are messaging me don't really understand, and maybe they're not looking for me to train them. So this is, if I can't train you, and obviously, I'm a trainer at first, number one. This is my career. I love this shit. I love what my job entails, which is helping people and helping them change their lives and get to a better place and feel better, be better, because I know what it's done for me, and I know that it may seem like training, but it's more than that. And that's what I want to do, and this is what I do. So again, if I can't help everybody through training because they can't do it financially, or they're just afraid of working with somebody, this is going to be my other way fun of helping you guys through this YouTube videos and talking to this camera, which I'm very uncomfortable with, as you can see me moving around, but it's something that I want to do, and I've been wanting to do it, and I want to start this, and I want to record. Also, slash of this YouTube series, or not just me posting videos, it's going to be about my bulking, right? I'm bulking now. I started, I was the opposite of being overweight. I was very skinny, very underweight, young kid. That's kind of a little bit of my story. So, and over time, I found fitness, I found working out. It's changed my life completely. And it's also made me realize what I wanted to do. I know I've always known that I wanted to do something with helping people and with people, just didn't know what. And it wasn't until, training and, exercise and bodybuilding kind of came into my life that made me realize, that, there's a possibility for me being a trainer. And now that I've been doing it, I fucking love it. So, and I just want to continue to help people and do that. So, and again, this, and back to my goal, which is me bulking, right? And that's gonna be also what I'm gonna be using YouTube is to kind of keep myself on check. I'm gonna be hopefully bulking for a whole year. That's gonna be my aim. It's a year, and just seeing how much weight I can put. Dirty bulking if it gets to that point. But right now, I'm just doing it the right way, the way that my body has response to it, and I know that it works. Then obviously, I gotta do what I gotta do and just put on that weight because I really want to get fluffy. Basically, I want to get fat. That's kind of what it comes down to, and I want to put on a lot of muscle, and I want to be able to see how much I can put on, and bulk for a year because I've never bulked for a year. I bulked small amounts, like anywhere, obviously from October. The normal bulks is obviously from the fall up into the winter, spring, and then start cutting for the summer. So I've done that, and I've made improvement. Obviously, I've gone up in weight. I started at almost 129, 130, very fucking underweight. And now I'm currently sitting now about 145 or so. I've gotten up to 160, which was this past year in April. I cut down for the summer, dropped down all the way to 132, and about 139, 136. And then I realized it's just not the way that I want to be, right? It's just too small. I would like to compete just for the hell of it. I'm not gonna, it's not my life. It's not what I can have my career be based on competing, but I do want to do it just for fun, and just continue to build my physique, And I know that's gonna help me, and I want it to take me to that point of being that shredded. That's why I want to do a competition. But yeah, but that's my goal, to put on the size. And after this last cut, I realized I need to put on more size, and I really want to bulk for a year. So that's what I'm gonna do. And that's what these videos are gonna help me, kind of keep me in check, because I'm gonna be talking about this. I'm gonna share you guys with my struggles, because in a way it does relate to people who have struggled with overweight issues. And I know I get this shit a lot, and people who are overweight are going to tell me this and have told me this before, which is they're just, in other words, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about because I don't know what it feels like. And they're completely wrong. And you can ask anybody who has underweight issues that it's not about the weight. It's about the body image issues and about how you look at yourself and how you feel about yourself. And for somebody who was, 18 going into, in college, weighing about 130 pounds, and that's what I was weighing in that time, was very, very uncomfortable for me. So I've had a lot of body image issues and with my, with insecurities, with, being, very, very ashamed, I would put it this way, ashamed of my body. So, and that's kind of when I've been, that's what I've dealt with. And so, and I know that's what people with, overweight issues sometimes deal with as well. So, we may seem different, but believe me, some of the same issues we struggle with are the same. And someone who's never been overweight, to feel that, it's, same feeling as someone who's been overweight, who's never been underweight, or who's never been skinny. The first time they do, that feeling. So, trust me that we can share a lot in that sense. So that's why I'm also going to be posting this and recording my journey throughout this, because show you guys some of the shit that you got to deal with, and how to deal with it, how to stay positive, how to stay, because I'm here to motivate you guys. I'm here to motivate you and tell you that you gotta, there's so many different ways you can do this, and it's just about changing the perspective, changing your mindset, and the way you approach things. And guys, you guys are gonna be fucking crushing everything and crushing your goals, but not just your goals, but everything else in life. In your career, in your relationships. Trust me when I tell you this has changed my life, and it literally in every aspect of it, business wise, with my work, with my relationships, everything. I try to take the same approach to fitness with that, and just, yeah. So let's get into the first topic. Now I am gonna be having notes on here because I don't want to make sure I don't forget anything that I want to talk to you guys about. But so the very basic topic I want to talk about is the weight loss, right? That's probably the most common and what I deal with the most of my clients is losing weight, right? And so, what is weight loss, right? Weight loss is obviously at a point either you genetically are going to be overweight person and you're putting, you're easily put on weight, or you're somebody who used to be skinny or who used to be in shape, and from just time and not exercising and things happening and life happening, that you kind of lose yourself and begin to put on a few weight. And sometimes, that 10 pounds may not seem like, oh, whatever, especially when you're younger, in your 20s, you're young, even up to your teens, you feel like you can't, you're not gonna gain any weight. But hopefully that noise stops. It's just the next door. I know they're gonna be construction, but bear with me. I'm still, again, not trying to delay this video, but yeah. So if you're dealing with overweight issues, what does it come down to, right? It's just a process of, at a point, either you didn't weigh that and you let it go, and then that's 10 pounds into 20, 30, 40, up to 50 pounds, 60 pounds, right? You lose yourself at that point, and that does affect you mentally. So, it's not easy. It's really not easy. So how do you deal with that, right? What are the most, most people have a lot of very similar challenges when it comes to weight loss. Is either you don't know what you to do because you've never been in that situation, right? Coming out of high school, and there's a lot of people that are my age, coming out of high school, they don't teach you this shit, right? You have a couple health classes in high school and in middle school, but other than that, they don't really teach you like, hey, there's gonna come to a point in your age when you turn, 20, past 25, or for everybody's different. There's gonna come to a page where your body doesn't burn the same amount of calories that you used to because your lifestyle changed. You either you take different routes. You either go in your career and you work and your job overworks you 10 hours. You end up working 2 jobs. For some people who have kids, they have families. Their whole life changes, priorities change, everything changes. So does your person, so does you. So you change with that, and sometimes you let go of that, and you feel. And most of the time, we don't realize that. Hey, the body, the way that I used to eat in high school, which was like probably shitty, and you wouldn't gain any weight, it's not the same anymore. And you're realizing that because now those 10 pounds turn into 20, and those 20 turn to 30, and now those 30 that you're trying to lose can't even come down to 10, and then as soon as you lose the 10, you go back again another 15. So it's a very frustrating thing to kind of deal with, but it is something that a lot of people challenge with. Or another challenge is genetics, right? And it runs in your family. So I see it so much in my culture. I'm Mexican, so in our Latino culture, not just Mexicans but any Latinos, we are used to eating some bomb food, and a lot of the times I can at least, I want to say 60, 70%, 80%. I don't know the exact number. I can look it up for you guys, but there's the exact number. Like in our Hispanic culture and the Latino culture, there's gonna be in your family, at least if you're not yourself, in your family there's gonna be at least somebody who has a overweight, and their family, and within their family, being overweight runs in that, right? And it happens to, like, it's in my family. I know that. And it's in a lot of people's families, and especially in our culture, and not just my culture, but even in other cultures, right? Whoever's watching this, if you have somebody in your family that's overweight, that's been overweight, and then their kids, whether it's an aunt or cousin or far cousin, distant, whatever, they're being overweight problem, right? And it's more like not even a problem. It's just like, oh, this is just how I am, and they're okay with it. A lot of the times you will, and it's not until it gets to the bad point where you have family members passing away because of certain diseases that you thought that were never gonna happen in your family because you just look so healthy, but even though, all that weight that you're putting on is not healthy for you. So again, other obstacles, again, when it comes to people having emotional, issues, when they go through an emotional period in their stage, where there's a breakup, where there is a family death, and they'll rely on food, so they start binge eating, and then they can't stop, and then they let go, and then that becomes a pattern. Now it's a thing that you consistently do all the time. Again, whatever your obstacle or whatever your situation is, believe me, you're not the only one, and it's not the end of the world. And I can tell you, even if it runs in your family, there's still ways for you to be able to get rid of that weight if that's something that you don't want. If you look at yourself in the mirror and you're unhappy with yourself because you weigh a certain amount or because you don't like the way it looks, you have the power to change that. You do. It doesn't have to be cosmetic in the sense of getting a surgery and all that, which I strongly disagree with, and I think it's just a way of, I would say, of crippling society and people who have this issue, because you're not teaching them how to get rid of it. You're just creating a very quick solution, right? A surgery is you go in there, you lose the weight, and you come out and you're now not fat anymore, right? Or you're skinny now, or you weigh a certain way. But then what happens after that, right? What happens when you go back to your same lifestyle? You remember, at the end of the day, everybody lives a lifestyle, right? You get up every morning, people gotta go to work, people gotta go to school, people got things to do. Whatever that thing is that you do, that's your lifestyle. You get up every single morning, you do it every single day. If you tell me whatever you've been doing for the last 2 or 3 weeks, every single day, that's kind of your lifestyle. Whether it's working 5 days a week and then you get 2 days off, or working 3 days, 1 day off, 2 days on, and then like that, whatever it is, it's your lifestyle. Whether it's going and hanging out with your friends, going with your family, going to work, hanging out with the girlfriend, it's part of your lifestyle, the lifestyle that you have built. So, you got, so this whole, weight loss and whatever everybody's dealing with, it's also based on your lifestyle, right? So you have to understand that there's a lifestyle that needs to be changed. You have that power. You have that power, right? You don't have to rely on cosmetic surgeries or these shortcuts that don't teach you. It's about showing yourself and teaching yourself how you can get rid of this weight. And now another challenge is people don't know how to get rid of this weight. So it's a lot of people most of the time think that it's like, okay, I'm just not gonna eat. Worse, probably one of the worst things you can do. And I'll get into that in another video, because what you're doing there is you're starving your body. You're depriving your body of food, which is its fuel source for it to survive. You need food and water for your body to survive. If you take two of those things, you leave someone out there with no water, no food, they will die in a period of time. I think it's about 2 weeks or up to 2 weeks someone can survive with no food or water. After that, the body begins to shut down. So you need this thing, you need this food and water to fuel your body. And a lot of times people will think the opposite, like, oh, I gotta lose weight, I'm just not gonna eat. No, what you're doing there is you're starving your body. Your body's super smart. Your body's like one of the most intelligent, species in this planet. So, it's gonna know, like, hey, no, you're not gonna feed me? Guess what? Whatever you do end up feeding me, I'm just gonna store it. Because I'm gonna need that energy later for that job, for when you're taking care of your kids, for when you're, going to the gym, when you're doing whatever things that you do in your lifestyle, your body's gonna know, like, hey, I need energy for that. Like, I need to survive to get to that point. So whatever you feed me, I'm not gonna burn it, I'm just gonna store it. And most of the time you store that as fat because you're not eating super healthy foods, right? You're eating out, or you're eating on a surplus, and you don't even know what you're eating. You're eating, like, some people eat beans, rice, and a little bit of steak and chicken, and that's it. And not realizing, like, hey, that's a very high carb meal. Where's your protein? Where's your veggies? Where's your fiber? Where's the balance in that plate? So most people don't know, right? There should be a balance within each plate, that every time you eat something. And so that look at it that perspective, right? How the food that you're eating is going to be the fuel for you. So if you're starving if you're not feeding your body what you need to survive for the rest of the day, how do you expect your body to lose any weight? You're not. And that's where most people will not eat or go into these crazy diets and not lose a single pound of weight, because their body is not going to lose what it needs to for energy, because you're not going to feed it. So that's one problem, right? People don't overeat. And then also people will go... What's up, guys? So video just cut off, and that's okay. There was another trainer who had a client there I didn't know, so my fault there. But no worries. Good thing is I found also this video is long, what's running pretty long, so I want to go ahead and cut it off and break it into 2 parts because I don't want it to be too long where it gets a little bit boring. So I just want to make sure that it's, you guys anywhere maybe about 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I'm gonna try to see where I could break it down, but I want to break it into 2 parts. So and the next part, so let's go ahead and recap. And what you just watched in this first part, I've talked about my purpose of this YouTube videos and why I'm doing these and how I'm trying to help you guys, deal with these, misconceptions and just lies about fitness and health and how you should be and you should be eating. I talked about, some of the challenges that you may be going through or, are going through now when it comes to being overweight and not being happy with your body with the weight that you have on. Or even just feeling like you're not, feeling good, you don't have energy, and some of those challenges, we talked about, and kind of, and looking at the perspective, right? So on the next, right, just kind of what we watched. So on the next video, what I'm going to be finishing off of is, kind of simplifying those, weight loss and how you can get started, at least taking the first steps, because a big mistake a lot of people do is rush into, dieting and it could really harm their bodies, and I'll get into it and why. So I'll talk about, how you can simplify weight loss. We'll talk about the difference between weight loss and fat loss, and how to create a better relationship. Now I talked a little bit about this in the first part, which is like what I was talking about is having, you fit your lifestyle and how opposed to you going into doing this harsh diet or this diet that you just not part of your lifestyle, but actually doing something that correlates to that lifestyle. So I'll get on to the next videos. So guys, thank you for watching. I want to keep them short. This is my first, one of my first videos, and I want to continue to be doing more. So if you guys want to see any videos specifically, and I talked about a little bit about myself, but if you want to see more videos about that, let me know, or more videos about different topics of fitness or health, just let me know. That's what I'm really gonna be mostly focusing on. So guys, subscribe, hit the like button, share this if you know anybody that you'll find that can find this useful or helpful. If you found this helpful, please like it, comment, let me know what you guys want to talk about next. But wait for part 2, weight loss. Take care, guys.